and that's the thing is like, cause I'm one of those people, I love massage therapy. My whole life I was doing massage. And then I came and I saw you. And after one session, I'm like, oh, like I actually feel different. It's not like massage where like you'll feel nice in the moment, maybe a bit better. Like this was actually like, oh, I'm moving different. And that's why even with my dad, I'm like, you've been seeing a massage therapist for 25 years and nothing's changed. Go see Dean. And even seeing him regularly when he's doing his onstage performances and stuff, you see him standing up and like he messages me now, he feels good. Right. And it's, anybody who has pain, I'm like, go see Dean. You don't have to live like this.
She does say that. So this is Anna. You probably have seen videos in which I'm stretching someone, and that is her.
Hello.
We've known each other for 16 years. 16 years now, right? 2009, because that's when we were in the club opening team in Good Life Fitness.
Good Life Fitness. Shout out
so we
to
go
Good Life.
long time back. We used to be co-workers.
You were my personal trainer as well.
I was a personal trainer for a while, and then when I became a therapist and later on we again connected and we started working together as a stretch therapist and a stretch therapy receiver.
Absolutely.
So she's been very consistent with coming for my sessions and very kind that I can actually tape when I'm working on her. I don't necessarily just constantly keep talking in my sessions, but
we plan it. We plan it,
but it's still intuitive. It's still trying to gather information in terms of how is this helping, because it's not just the hands-on work on the table. It's a lot of the stuff that you take away, which I find is beneficial for people in terms of application of posture. So you understand the skill that you want to acquire aesthetically, that you look straighter. There's something going on in the background. And she's been working on it on her own as well. She consistently trains more often than less. She's very proactive with the homework that I'll give her. She has young kids, really busy professional. She has her own body contouring business. You should check it out. I mean,
Training Academy.
Launch
your six-figure career with me.
So she's very busy individual, and she finds application of the things that we discuss. It's easy to take away, easy to apply. It does take a little bit of awareness and going past that internal dialogue. Okay, I don't have time to do that. So I wanted to sort of do a sort of interview style talk with her, just to gather her experience working with me. Some of the things you probably have already heard during stretch
and why
talk.
I keep coming back.
And why does she keep coming back? I know I have a really
besides his amazing personality.
Amazing personality, but still, it is something deeper within. My intention is to have conversation with a lot of the people that I've been working with for years and years, just to share what they have taken away in terms of the softer skills, in terms of how they conduct themselves, so you can put a little bit more value in application of those, because you don't need to come and see me in order to apply posture, in order to apply gem, because that does work. It changed my relationship with my body and how I move, how my function is. And that's what I coach in my practice. So, Anna, so what's been your journey working with fascial stretch therapy with me? So how did we start? And what's bringing you back consistently?
So I remember still when you first got into fascial stretch therapy all those years ago, we were working together at the gym and you had really bad tennis elbow. And Dean is not one to complain. Like Dean goes through it and he's always been very fluid with his movement and especially even the exercises that you do, right? And when I heard him start complaining, I'm like, this must be bad because Dean doesn't complain. And it would consistently be like, how's the arm? How's the arm? How's the arm? And it's like, oh, it's not getting better. I went to the doctors. I tried physio. I did all of this stuff. And it's just like, now I guess you were kind of coming to terms with this is something that I have to live with, right? Because that's what you're being told. And then when you took your FST training and, I remember one day I'm asking you, I'm like, so Dean, how is the elbow? And you're like, guess what? He's like, it's fine. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. It's FST, it's your fascia. And then all of this stuff about fascia and your face just lit up. And it was just phenomenal. Like, I think that was my first introduction, like having that conversation and having that realization where you were in pain. You were being told that was the norm, that everybody, lived with tennis elbow for however long, physio doctors. And then you went and you took this and you learned this new skill and you were feeling great. And so now this isn't the norm. And I think that was one of the first times it really registered to me. It's like, you don't have to live in pain.
Absolutely.
Right?
The pain is, as I always say, it's a communication. I mean, that was one thing that my body has experienced in the past. There's more things which I'll share later in terms of my own journey with FST and my own journey with the gem of application of posture and the things that I was able to get out of, which are deemed chronic, which are deemed that there's no cure for it. You have to get used to it, or this is old age, or it's a maladaptation of the physical body, and there's no going back.
Yeah, and they've just normalized that communication where this is how you're going to now live.
Absolutely. Right? Even though it's a commonly observed thing around us, the fact it becomes normal, that's a problem. And so we have a lot of young adults, or even people in the 40s, 50s, and certainly older adults in chronic pain. And I work with all of them. My demographics that I'm working with starts from 9 years old, that's my son, goes all the way up to 92. And body's always responding. It's adapting. It's always changing. Now, what does it adapt to? Sometimes it's subconscious patterns. You're watching this, you're sitting down in a slouchy posture, you're adapting. But let's say listening to this, trigger something, and you ground yourself, you engage your core. Now your body's going to adapt to that too. So whatever you do more often, more than 50% of your awake time, your body adapts to that. So that experience of, I didn't really know actually, my own personal experience was your first.
It was. And again, it just kind of created that subconscious click in my mind that always kind of sat there. And then I've carried throughout our relationship and my continuous, like, coming here, listening to what you're saying, applying it to my everyday life is like, when something flares up, like back pain or knee pain, I remind myself, I don't have to live like this. Like, remember when I had sciatica, like this is how it is. I know my father had sciatica. He had sciatica for years.
Too,
right. And so he was suffering from it for years. So when the doctor's like, oh, this is what you have, I'm like, shit, I can't live like this. And then I come see you, and something that is being normalized, that I'm going to have this for however long, is like 6 months and gone. Like, and it hasn't flared up. I don't have any other issues. Right. And it's so funny because even having that conversation with people, and they're like, oh, I have sciatica. And I'm like, oh yeah, I had that too. And they're like, what do you mean had? And I'm like, I had it and it went away. And they're like, what? Like, people are shocked. What did you do? And I'm like, I went and saw Dean. I listened to what Dean told me to do. But yeah, throughout our relationship, like, any time that I've come across, because as you mentioned, like, fitness is a big thing for me. I remember one year I came to go to see you when you were working still at Good Life, and I was doing my powerlifting, my heavy lifting, and I'm like, yo, my hips are pinching. And you started working different parts of me, again, postural, grounding. You talked about the toes being open, which I regularly do nowadays. I'm stretching my toes, doing it right now. Right? And one session, it was gone. Like, it was corrected.
That's a good word, corrected. So having something that you experience consistently is generally indication that your body is being used in the same way that is creating a very similar outcome with pain signal. So correction, that's a good word. Why? Because she changed how she was using her body, bringing attention to, let me try to splay my toes. Let me try to push my heel down and form, just rolling your foot with a ball, or let me go and stretch my calf. Easy things. And those easy fixes, and then bringing your attention back to that GEM protocol, grounding yourself and applying posture, turning yourself back on is a powerful tool. So thank you so much for sharing your experience with sciatica. And still, a lot of times when she comes and she has back flare up and all that stuff, and it's an indication. She knows what that means. It means I'm stiff again. I try to stretch. I actually making it worse. So I don't have access to the joint. Let me go and release that joint. And then she carries on with the work. And I'm sure you notice a difference when you don't do your homework compared to when you do.
100%. And I say that, right? And it's that consistency. But even still, as you mentioned, even with my homework, stretching at home, there's only so much that I can do. So it's like, what I'm doing is still the maintenance, as you mentioned, for getting that reset with you. And you were talking about, again, bad habits and forms, and how we just get in our body gets used and it adapts. The word is that the adaptation. And when you think about my age, like, I've spent the past 40 years adapting to chronic behavior. So yes, I do. I have to stretch every day, right? And I need to come and see you because I don't want to live in pain or be uncomfortable due to the adaptations my body has made because of either heavy lifting, chronic stress of being a mother, right? All of this plays a toll on our body.
And you're a mother. So you got young kids.
I got 4 kids.
You got 4 kids. Now, the young kids that you have, let's say they are misbehaving and they are acting up. So what do? You just basically accept the fact they're acting up, or you actually offer correction?
You always make a point, and I'm like, I can see where you're going with this now.
Right?
Yes,
so now when it comes down to our body, it's not anything different than our own child. It's obedient, it's adapting. No matter what your actual physical state is, you may have some kind of dis-ease, or maybe a chronic disease, or excruciating pain. Even in that state, your body is still adapting to figure things out on its own. But our lifestyles are so, I would say, opposite of what a makeup is.
Yeah.
So which makes it extremely challenging for the body to adapt in a way that adaptation improves our function. So what in turn happens is that adaptation results in a functional decline.
Yeah.
And the same way analogy with your kid. What do? You go in, you offer love, you offer care, you offer understanding. Okay, you know what? I mean, you could be a parent that, just I had growing up, just get one on your face and you're like, okay, I don't want to do this just because I'm fearful. But the right way to do it is you approach the kid, understand the behavior. Okay, where is it coming from? And then you offer the guidance. Now, our body's no different. You look at that pain. Okay, you know what? This hurts. What did I do with my body over the last 24, 48 hours?
Yes.
That assessment alone, that audit alone internally guides you to exactly what the deficit is in this moment and how that deficit was created. Is that right? I mean, you find yourself now tuning in more often just to assess yourself in terms of what am I doing with myself and what is it that turning my body into? And you can more often than less trace your steps back 100%. To the actual starting of the discomfort. Yeah.